I have control over keeping this heart beating and saying that I am not going to harm myself. I am going to continue to live on. Bounce, bounce. Hey fam, what's up, what's up, what's up? This is Robert Anton here, robertanton.com, coming to you. I just wanted to talk really quickly. I was watching Pogobat on YouTube naturally, and he was talking about the Aaron Swartz suicide, and I don't know a whole lot about his suicide, but one of the things that he had mentioned was, is suicide selfish? And I had, made a comment on the video, and maybe I should read it because I ain't gonna remember exactly what I said. Someone said, why is suicide considered selfish? Isn't forcing someone to live miserably just because you don't agree with it even more selfish? I understand that it's wrong if they leave kids or debt behind, but if they plan it out and take care of their responsibilities, society should accept it. Carlos Peralta said that, and I answered, I feel it's selfish because we are all put on this earth to undertake a journey, to learn and to teach as we go along. By ending your own journey short, you are denying those who would learn from you along the way. We all touch people each and every day without knowing it, and change lives in the process for better or worse. Who's to say you wouldn't save someone else's life just by being there? Of course, I'm getting a lot of crazy comments after that now. Oh, religious nut and blah blah this and the other, and no, it's not selfish at all, blah blah blah. And someone said, well, maybe that's your maybe that's your opinion. I said, yes, it's definitely my opinion. It is what I feel down in my heart and in my spirit. I want to know what you guys feel. Do you think it's right to take your life in any circumstance? And I know the Bible says don't murder, which includes suicide, but let's just think outside of that. What if you are so sick that all you have is pain? The pain is overwhelming day in and day out. It's like a living hell. Should you take your life? Or let's say you're depressed. You're so depressed you can't get out of it. Drugs aren't working, and you just end up, feeling like there's just no way out. Now, stop the video and answer that question right here, and I will wait. And I don't know how many of you actually are going to stop the video and answer, because I know it's going to take a little thought. And I don't want to make two videos about this, at least not up front. If I do make a follow-up video on it, it will be because a lot of people are discussing it and I want to put in more 2 cents. But I want to put in this. This from me is coming from someone, me personally, I, Robert Anton, who, when I was 13 years old, thought about taking my life. Okay? My mom was killed violently. I was living with my grandmother, and me and my little brother were put out of the house because we were, being little shits, And I took a knife with me, and I was going to take my life because you know what? Nothing was going right in my life. I lost my mom, my dad wasn't around. He'd come in and out, but he wasn't around there for me. I was not being what I felt treated well by my family. I was pushed from one person to the next. I had no place in life. I felt like I wanted to die. And something spoke to me. Something told me that this is not the end of the world. And I fought on. I decided to keep going. And every day I have felt blessings. I have had an up and down life. I have so many things happen. My grandmother ended up dying of cancer. My aunt has fought off cancer twice, only for it to come back again, and she is dying of cancer now. My mom died early. My father hasn't been in my life since I was 17, 18. It's just one thing after another. But over the years, people have told me again and again and again how I have touched their life just by being there, just by moving past those bad things that happen, just by continuing to follow my dream and not letting anything else get in the way. I have inspired others, and they have come back to tell me how it has changed their life and what they have gone on to achieve. So I do not believe in suicide. I believe in life, and I believe in continuing your journey until your journey is over. Until your last breath comes out of you naturally or unnaturally if you're killed or something like that. I don't mean to make light of that, but yes, unnaturally. Sometimes you get hit by a bus, you know, you're in a tsunami and you die. But those are nature occurring. Those are things that we cannot have any control over. I have control over keeping this heart beating and saying that I am not going to harm myself. I am going to continue to live on. That is why I do not believe in suicide.
It's bigger than me, bigger than me, bigger than me.